Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's 10 a.m. over here, and I'm still waking up over here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, everyone who's live. I saw Jazz, Claire, George, Felipe talking about Shiba Inu in the chat. And welcome to everyone who's maybe joining the stream afterwards, who are watching the replay. Shout out to you guys as well. We're going to go over a couple Bitcoin charts this morning. You guys see the title of the stream. Bitcoin will have a big move within 24 hours. There's a certain reason for that, right? We have a consolidation pattern which should end technically in 4 days, but we have a more of a bigger, more macro consolidation pattern. That actually is going to intersect this smaller one. So we're going to go over that in just a second, but we're going to start with the hourly chart here for BTC. What's going on, Robbie? Shut up and take my money. What's going on, Robbie? I know you said you were here just to check the status on the ice cream machine. Ice cream machine is doing quite well. Thank you for asking today. All right, so let's jump into the hourly chart. What is Bitcoin doing on the hourly chart? Well, we're kind of just in this rising channel on the hourly now, right? We've talked about how we're in a rising channel on the 4 hour and kind of more in the macro time frame, but on the smaller time frames, it looks like we're kind of doing the same type of thing where we're kind of just getting rejected at the same point on the top side, and on the bottom side, we're kind of having this kind of parallel channel going up to the upside. Now, this is typically a bearish pattern, as we know, right? If we're coming from the downside and we start consolidating upwards, typically we do break that to the downside, and our measured move is that of the flagpole here. So if we were to break down on this, this is what we'd be looking at. Now, I don't think we hit this measure move target. Measure move target on this would be approximately about 31,500. I don't think we do that, as you guys know. But it's certainly possible that we do that. I don't think we do that right away, I should say. I think right now, we talked about in yesterday's stream, the short-term charts are looking slightly bearish at the moment, like we talked about. But we'll see. We'll see. If we were to break down from here today, let's say we break down here today, I see our big support being at this green box here, which is approximately about 33,100, spanning to about 32,700. I'm actually going to extend this out, so in case we do drop, we got a little landing pad there. We're not going into the black space there, but yeah, 33,100 to 32,700. That's where I'm kind of seeing a lot of support. I actually wanted to bring up the, actually I'll do that in a second. I'll do that in the next chart, but that's what I'm kind of looking at on the hourly chart, guys. I mean, we have no bearish divergence, no bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame on the RSI, so we really have room to run in either which direction. But we are in a bearish pattern here on the 1 hour time frame. All right, but as you guys know, I hope Bitcoin comes out of the woodwork and just says nope, and pumps up to the upside. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Shout out to everyone that's coming to the stream right now. Shout out to all you guys joining right now. So I just talked about the hourly chart, but we haven't got to the good stuff yet. We haven't got to that good, juicy Bitcoin charts yet. If you guys can hit the like button as you guys are coming in, definitely appreciate it as it helps out the stream. All right, so what's going on in the 4 hour chart? So this is really what I want to talk about today. We have a couple different interesting things going on here on the 4 hour chart. So we've been talking about more of this rising channel. I did make it more of a box here so you guys can see it in a little more easy way to see how it's pretty much a parallel channel to the upside that we've really been in since approximately about June 22nd. So we're going on about 2 weeks of being in this upwards channel of pretty much, just going down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, what are we doing now? So we didn't quite get to the top side here. Why? Well, it looks like we are actually now forming a symmetrical triangle with 3 touch points on the bottom side and 3 touch points on the top side. Now, technically, the apex, yes, I call it an apex, right? It's not quite an apex. Apex is like this, but you guys know I call it apex to the side too. I'm kind of weird, as you guys know. But our apex of this is technically July 10th, right? So 4 days until this breaks out. Now, the reason why I say within the next 24 hours is this, right? So our rising channel, you guys can see, comes up like this. So what I think is necessarily going to happen here is we're going to get squeezed between the bottom of this rising channel in the top of this symmetrical triangle. And you guys can see technically of this ends at some point at the end of the day tomorrow, right? Some point at the end of the day tomorrow. And you guys know these patterns usually break out before the exact apex. We usually don't go out exact to that apex. So I see this kind of oscillating between here. And we're going to have to decide if we break to the upside or to the downside. Now, which way do I think we're going to break? That is the question, right? That's where you guys all come here to find out. Which way do I think we're going to break? Well, it might not make a lot of you happy. It might not make a lot of you happy that I think that we do initially, right? Keyword initially, break this down to the downside. There's a couple reasons for that. We're under a pretty important resistance now that we'll go over in the daily time frame. But you can see right now on our 4-hour EMA, we're getting resistance on that again. So we got back over it, confirmed as support, confirmed as resistance, confirmed, and now we are kind of resistance again. So we're at below you guys know the very important short-term exponential moving average. That if we can't get above, it's going to give us kind of a headache, right? I'm going to kind of get squeezed in between that and this, and I do think that we break this down to the downside. And I think the exact price action that we're going to see, and this is just my opinion, guys, right? Obviously, I hope that we break this to the upside because you guys know I'm a bull overall, but I look at the charts the most generic way I can, right? So I do think we break this to the downside. We come up, retest the channel as resistance, and then break this to the downside. Now, I see a move, personally, down to this green box here at about 33,000 to 32,600. That's the range that I see Bitcoin probably dropping to initially, somewhere retesting maybe the bottom of this range here. Now, what happens when we reach that level? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out, right? That's the key. And that kind of leads you to my next chart here, is the ascending triangle. And we've been talking about this ascending triangle too. A lot of people want to draw it, and me included, want to draw it more like this, where we could have already broken down from the ascending triangle, and this could have just been a bearish back test before now we continue down. I think that seems like the most likely scenario, though the only thing that's kind of holding me back from that is the volume just didn't come on that breakout. And on a pattern necessarily this big, you do want to see more volume come in than the volume that we got here. You guys can see the volume is still continuing to kind of decrease here. And we haven't really got that volume spike that we want to see on a breakout of a pattern that's really been going on for 2 weeks, right? So as we know, the volume in general is extremely low right now. So I don't know if the volume is the best indicator to look at, because the volume has just been freaking low. Other than a couple spikes here and there, it's just been really low for the past like month or so. So I'm waiting for a volume breakout. That's why I kind of have it drawn like this, because I don't think we've quite gotten that breakout just yet. But we're right at that support. That support right now, if we were to go straight down right now, is approximately about 33,750. That's kind of the reason, or kind of the support we're looking for as far as the ascending triangle, which you guys know is typically a bullish pattern, yet we're kind of been hovering on that support. And the more times we hit that support, the more likely times that we break that down to the downside. So we'll see what happens there on the 4-hour time frame. You guys know my fractal still playing out pretty well. I expect us to really, even if we dump, I do expect us to pretty much go sideways here. So even if we dump, like I just talked about on that 4-hour chart, I don't think it's going to be like a dump that brings us all the way down. I think it's more so going to be a dump, like, and we just kind of oscillate sideways before eventually, right, getting a dump back to the downside, just like we saw here in this fractal here, where we did get eventual dump down to the downside. So one more dump would make some sense here if we continue this fractal. I know a lot of people say, oh, Jordan, this fractal is complete trash. Jordan, this fractal was invalidated 2 days ago. And a lot of you guys are probably kidding, but a lot of you guys are serious, right? A lot of you guys are freaking serious, making fun of my damn fractals, all right? It's too early to make fun of my fractals. Shout out to the 420 viewers in here. 420 viewers in here. Shout out to you guys. But, man, I mean, I think this has been playing out pretty well, and we're going to continue to look at this. I don't care what any of y'all say. Any of y'all. Yes, I say y'all because I try to pretend I'm from the South. I always try to pretend I'm from the South, but I'm really not. Sometimes I add in y'all and I add in gal, right? To try to make like I sound like I'm from the South, because I really wish I did have a Southern accent, but unfortunately I don't. Fortunately I don't. That's why I need to find a nice girl that has a Southern accent that can fill that void in my life. But anyways, the daily time frame, right? And this is where this is starting to look a little bearish, right? We've been talking about the ascending triangle in the 4 hour, but if you look at it from the daily time frame, I think it's likely that we did break down already, okay? Because, right, we connect this wick to this wick to this wick and really ride this up. We did get a daily close below it. We tried to get back in. We wicked up and back into the triangle, but we got rejected from the bottom of that triangle. So the daily, not looking too great. Like I said, as long as we hold this green box here, which has been support so many times, as long as we continue to hold this green box, I'm going to remain relatively optimistic here. But if we do break this green box, like I've talked about, I think it's likely that we move back down to the second green box at a level at approximately about 30,300. The reason why for that, every time we break this green box, we generally have a quick move back down to that, generally the green box area each time. So we'll see if that does happen. Like I said, the level we're watching is about 33,300 on the daily on a close, right? We can wick below it, but we have to close above that level in order for me to stay relatively short term, kind of neutral here. So I guess I say medium term neutral. And the daily to me is more medium term as we start looking at it from that sense. Defend my fractals to death. I will defend my fractals to death. Okay? I will. But when I was around, you didn't want a girl. I don't necessarily want a girl. I want the right girl. That is the key. I don't want a girl. All right? I don't want any girl. Bill said don't date him. He's already cheating on his wife. That's funny, Bill. Thanks for the laugh this morning, man. Thank you for the laugh. Anyways, let's jump on into the daily. So, I mean, I have a couple indicators I don't normally look at that I wanted to today. I wanted to look at the EMA ribbon, a couple of the moving averages, and also the volume profile, just to kind of get a sense of where we are in the general trend. I know there's a couple other people that look at this EMA ribbon. I think it's a good indicator. I don't normally look at it, but pretty much all it is taking all the EMAs that we normally look at and just kind of making a ribbon out of it, right? That's what it basically is. So I guess we do look at this every day, but this is just more of a easier way to look at it.
One bear flag on daily, 2 dropping volume on daily, 3 red dot on market cipher on daily. Short to 32,000. Look at what I am saying on the chart, please.
Bear flag on daily. Yeah, it's what we just looked at, man. It's what we just looked at the beginning of the stream, Expert Crypto. 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart right here, man. And the daily, you can look at it from the daily time frame, but it's the same thing. The same thing. But I'll go back to the daily in a second, man. I guess we're already still in the daily at the moment. But anyways, EMA ribbon, there's other people that talk about this. I wanted to touch on it because it is a good indicator. It does tell you the basic trend of the market. And, we are getting rejected from this multiple times, right? It was our support in our bull market really, really well. Like this, right? We broke it. We came back up. We actually got back above it. But now it's kind of been our resistance. Like I said, this is just basically a summation of all the exponential moving averages meet into placed on the top of each other. That's pretty much all it is. So, like I said, we do normally look at this. We do normally look at the moving averages, but this is more of a summation of that. So, as long as we keep getting rejected on this in the daily, I mean, you got to take this with a grain of salt. Now, I've seen other people talk about, necessarily the 200 EMA. I have this as a yellow line here. Has been pretty big resistance, right? Once and twice. So every major rally we have back up to the upside gets rejected on this 200 exponential moving average. We normally look at the 200 moving average, just the regular moving average, but the 200 EMA has been quite a spectacle here. Quite a spectacle. On both the big runs to the upside, we got rejected almost perfectly on that level. So that currently sits at about 39,700. So it's slowly moving down. It's now below 40,000. So if we do see another big rally to the upside, that's the level where I really want to see us get back over, is that 200 exponential moving average. So that's kind of on the EMA ribbon. If you look at it on the weekly time frame, we're still on it on the weekly. So the daily looking bearish on this, but the weekly looks fine. If we actually look at this down here, we bounced off of it nicely on this dip back in September. This is the fractal we were talking about last time, right? Was right here. The fractal that we look at on the 4 hour, which is right here, is this price action on the daily right here, right? So you can see we did the exact same thing. We bounced on the weekly EMA ribbon there, and right now we're trying to hold it. I don't know if we will, but we're desperately trying to hold that ribbon as we speak. So on the weekly, if we do break it to the downside, if we go back to the previous bear market, you can see we held it here, held it twice, and then we broke down below it, confirming as resistance, and then that was kind of the big sayonara, as you would say, into the bear market there. So you can bounce once, you can bounce twice, it happens, but you can see in 2017 it was perfect on the weekly as a support too. So as long as we hold that in the weekly, I do remain, relatively okay. Like I said, the charts right now, if we can be honest, guys, I mean, the charts right now are pretty damn ugly, right? But I think what keeps a lot of us here is the understanding that the fundamentals aren't really matching the price right now, right? And what I think a lot of people have to realize is we went up so freaking fast, way faster than a lot of us thought, right? Like I said the other day, when we had this crash down here back in March, a lot of people did not expect us to reach all-time highs literally within 6 months, right? In November. And from March to November, 6 months, or I guess 8 months, we went from 3,000 to 20,000. No one was expecting that, right? Everyone was panicking down here. And a lot of people have to realize is we went up pretty fast. And a pullback was needed in the overall market. And the charts don't look great. Let's be honest with each other. The charts don't look great. I think a lot of people try to hype up the hopium and try to hype up, this and that based off the charts. But I think what keeps a lot of us here is the fundamentals and realizing that the news that's been coming out for Bitcoin and for crypto does not match the actual price action that we've had in the last couple months. So eventually will change as far as the fundamentals matching the price action. But right now we're getting that much needed cool off that we needed, that we really haven't gotten in so freaking long. We went up, guys, we didn't get a major pullback from September to from April to September to April. 7 months of pretty much just straight up action, right? So I think the way I like to look at it is, what if, let me get rid of the EMA ribbon here, just to do a hypothetical, guys, because what if Bitcoin actually did this, right? Instead of just going up like this, I want you guys to do an exercise. What if we went up like this, right? What if we did this instead? And we ended up in this exact same place. What would be the sentiment right now? Right? What would be the sentiment? Oh, Bitcoin's so bullish. We're going to 100K by the end of this year. Bitcoin's so bullish. But because we went up so fast and we had such a big crash, everyone's so bearish, right? So I want you guys to think like, instead of we went up like this, that we went up like this, right? That we went up something like this. I think that the sentiment would be a lot more bullish if we went up nice and slow, just like we did in 2017, aka slow in quotation marks, instead of going up like this, right? Everyone would be super bullish right now. Everyone would be calling for 100K by the end of the year. But unfortunately, we went up so fast, we had such a big pullback that the sentiment is kind of super bearish right now, right? And that's, I think, what a lot of these whales, a lot of these manipulators want you to think, when in reality, we still have been freaking crushing it. We've still done a 10x on Bitcoin alone, approximately about a 10x on Bitcoin in the last, 16 months, which is still crazy. And we still have more room to run up. And that's my kind of a general point with this is, zoom out, look at it from a healthy perspective as far as corrections goes, and think about it as you know, if we went up on a slower pace, how much the sentiment would have changed if we went up like this rather than what we actually did, right? So think about it that way, and that's kind of what I wanted to touch on the weekly time frame. But slow and steady does win the race, okay? But yeah, I mean that's my basic sentiment. I hope you guys can understand what I'm kind of saying here. I know it might be kind of confusing what I'm trying to say, but I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying is as far as that we were too overheated and we need to correct, basically. It's only because people are stuck at the top. If we were all even, we'd be optimistic. Too much FUD and new money. That's exactly like the people that are FUDding are the people that bought at the top and are not so much. I don't want to say salty. Salty is not the right word. They want to push the price action back down so they can buy at lower prices. So if the price goes back up, they can make their money back. I think most of the people that bought lower than the current prices are the people that aren't as salty right now. I keep using the word salty. Salty is not the right word. Salty is not the right word. The people that bought lower than the current prices are the people that aren't that worried right now. And unfortunately, what happens in a very parabolic crypto market is majority of the people, we're talking 75, 80% of people come at the top 20% of the move, right? So unfortunately, that's where you're kind of seeing right now is the FUD, unfortunately, comes from people that bought at the prices higher than the current price. And the people that aren't really freaking out that much, the people that still believe in the long term of crypto, are the people that bought at lower prices. So I can always tell based on, you know, people's attitudes where they bought crypto in this market, right? You can always kind of tell. And you know, the longer you're in, the higher the prices go, the more likely people are that you bought at a lower price. So but it's not going to end, right? It's not going to end. Even if we have another push to the upside, you're going to see everyone that's bearish right now is going to be super bullish long term because you bought at lower prices. And then you're going to get a new influx of people that become the new trolls, become the new fudders, right? And then maybe someday they'll become hodlers and people that believe in crypto long term. And it's just a constant cycle. It's a constant cycle of new people coming in versus OGs staying in versus people forgetting about crypto, leaving, and then FOMOing again at the top. It's a constant cycle. So, guys, no, my basic point of it, really my rant right now is think about it from a long-term perspective. Think about it if we went up like this instead of like this. The sentiment would be so bullish right now. It's just crazy. Like if people forget what we did here, people forget how like this was a crazy move, guys. Like if you zoom out, you know how much money it took for Bitcoin to go from here to here in that span of time? Like that was insane. That was even more parabolic than 2017 at a market cap that was 10, 20 times higher, right? It was absolutely insane. That's an incredible amount of money coming into the market. And it was just not sustainable. Like the amount of money that you can have into a market come in, that was just not sustainable. So I think this was really good. I think this was really good. And what we've talked about multiple times is, you know, another reason is basically our basically, I mean, Bitcoin's not really doing anything right now, guys. So I'm kind of just chilling right now. But we're right at a support on the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. As long as we hold up in this kind of rising channel, in this green box here, I think we're good to go. But if we start breaking it, I'll switch back over here. But I'm kind of ranting about long-term charts right now because that's what I have a passion for at the end of the day, is long-term charts and thinking about crypto and more of the longer-term macro view. And you know, what I like to kind of look at is you guys know this. You guys know this chart. I mean, we've done this countless times. I like to bring it up every now and then when I start seeing the doom and gloom and all this fun stuff. Where's my freaking... There it is. You guys know I like to do this every now and then. It's fun to do. It really does visualize what we're kind of going through in the current market, right? It really does visualize it. And you guys have probably seen this on other channels and stuff of that nature, so I'm not going to put my Ben TM. You guys know that Ben Cowan is the one who has really talked about this from the start, but it really is so true. You guys know I love Ben Cowan's analysis. Um, so let me just get a couple of these posted here, and we can kind of get to my point. I mean, you guys get the general sentiment. You guys have seen this from multiple channels in the past, but you know, you have decreasing returns, and it takes you longer to reach your peaks. We were going up way too parabolic, and this is what we just pretty much were talking about, guys. Like, we were outpacing 2017 as far as from bear market bottoms, right? We were outpacing 2017 with the market cap being 10, 20 times higher. Absolutely insane. We've now cooled off to a more respectable level. And like I said, as long as we reach our relative level and somewhat like this, it doesn't matter how we get there. It doesn't matter how we get there, whether we, you know, whether we go up something, whether we do this, we dump, and then we start back up, we still reach that end point. Whether we just kind of go up naturally like this, right? We reach that end point. Whether we do something like this, it doesn't matter. We reach that end point. No matter how we get there, I believe we will get there. We just needed a cool off. We needed a damn cool off. It was absolutely ridiculous. And a lot of people forget, in the middle of every bull market, we tend to have this cool off too. And like right here, right here, right here, every single time in the middle of the bull market, we have a cool off. And a lot of people forget. Just because this one was bigger than necessarily 2017 doesn't mean it's more, it's different, right? 2013, 2011, we had major pullbacks in the middle of the bull market. These were major pullbacks here. This one was about, I forget, it was about 80%, I think, in 2013, right? So zoom out, look at the charts from a zoomed out perspective. Don't get caught too much in all the negative FUD and stuff that you hear everywhere. But don't also have too much hopium, right? Always expect the prices to go lower. Like, even myself, as a long-term bull, I still don't overdose on hopium, right? I still really think about the market in a realistic perspective, and always can expect the prices to drop into the 20Ks, right? I've talked about 20K as a possibility. I don't expect it, but it's a possibility. We've talked about how 25, 27K, based on our 0.618 Fibonacci levels, is a possibility. So always expect lower prices, right? But at the end of the day, I think we reached that relative price level at some point. We just don't know how we're going to get there, okay? We just don't know how we're going to get there. So that's my rant, and I will end my rant there, okay? Because I like ranting. It's fun to me. I could talk about the Bitcoin long-term charts for hours, but you guys probably don't want to hear my rants about the long-term Bitcoin charts for hours, okay? All right. If you guys want to hear my long-term rants for hours, raise your hand. It's probably not a lot of you guys. Algo said, "Wait, so Jordan, does that mean you are getting a tattoo?" Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe I will. Sergio said, "Chris, it's all reasonable, but are you changing your mindset about bull run coming back this year?" I still think it will, but I'm just looking at it from a realistic point of view. I'm just saying, like, we could dip lower and continue up maybe in the beginning of next year. No one really knows how we're going to get there, but I think we will. I mean, the history has been pointing to that. So, like I said, history doesn't always mean you're going to repeat it. Like I said, I'm not a freaking crystal baller. No one has a crystal ball. Everyone just has their own opinions, and all we can do is look at the past price action and try to compare it to our current price action. Even though it's not a perfect science, it's all we can do, right? We don't have crystal balls that can say, yo, where are we going in the next week? Where are we going in the next 4 hours, daily, all this type of stuff. We can't do that, right, y'all? I feel like being southern there, but we go like this. Hey, that's all we do. That's all we do. But I don't have a crystal ball, guys. I don't have a crystal ball. Algo, I'm not getting the tattoo, bro. We are hitting all-time highs at the end of this year. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna hit 100K, 150K by the end of this year. I'm still seeing like some crazy predictions. So I still saw some people saying we're gonna hit 300K by the end of this year. I think that's a little optimistic, and I know that's not the popular opinion. I know a lot of people. I know. Unfortunately, bullish sentiment gets the clicks on YouTube, and bullish sentiment, giving people hopium, gets the views. It's almost like a tribe culture, right? If you're not bullish, you don't get as many views as if you are bullish. I could sit up here act bullish every day. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, even I have a realistic point of view. I think 100K is a little bit too moon boyish for me by the end of this year. I think I think 70, 80K. I think 100K is possible. Now I still people here talking about 200K, 300K. That's a little ridiculous by the end of this year. I think that it's possible we hit those levels by the end of this year. But even the logarithmic regression curve, like we've looked at multiple times, let me clear this out. Even our log curve, that a lot of people look at too, and I love this as well as far as long-term traders. What the heck? I don't even have use. But even if we look at it from this our log curve, I mean, even this shows us that even if we go up, you know, obviously this is not a perfect science too. I mean, like a bunch of people have talked about, we only have 3 data points here that we're kind of going off of, so we don't have a ton of data, and this is not really back tested over an extensive period of time. It's only about 10 years, right? Which in charts point of view, it's not really, you can't really compare it at a certain view. But like, even if we did top out, let's even say in the middle of next year, let's say like August of next year, right? Based on the log curve, I mean, it's saying that you should hit a price of about 210,000, right? 210,000 by August of next year. I think that's semi-realistic. Now, if we were to go up straight up at the end of this year, I mean, this is basically telling us that we could top out at like 150. I think that's somewhat possible. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. And I think even if we started doing that, I think we would be going up way too fast if we were to go up this fast. I mean, that would be insane. That would be insane. That would be almost like the run that we just had recently, right? So I think more of a run up like this, where by the end of the year, we do hit all-time highs, but maybe not as high as people think. And then, you know, we slowly make our way up. That may be something like this. I don't know. It's all speculation, right? No one knows the journey. It's all about the end point, and that's kind of what we have to look at here, unfortunately. You know, I'm happy with 62K. Yeah, pretty much. Just assume it'll come sooner than later. I didn't sound too excited about the tattoo. I'm not excited. Who would be excited about a Dogecoin tattoo? Let's be honest. Like, I wouldn't be excited about that. That's why I did the bet. I mean, I did the bet to show how confident I am in Bitcoin hitting all-time highs by the end of this year, and I still am. I'm just not expecting 6-digit Bitcoin by the end of this year. But I think 70, 80K is certainly more than likely, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing. But man, the 1 hour chart's kind of doing a nothing burger at the moment too. Love a good rant. Yeah, I think sometimes it's good to you know, rant about the long terms every now and then, and it's good. How many people we got in here? 7:33. Yeah, I assumed it would be a quiet day today. I assumed it would be a nice quiet day today. Unfortunately. What are we doing? I mean, we're not really doing anything in the short term, guys. We can look at maybe some altcoins here. Ethereum's just kind of going up in this kind of rising wedge, where we, you know, a couple of touches on the top side, a couple of touches on the bottom side, 4 touches on each side. So this is pretty much a confirmed pattern for me. Now, we know this is typically bearish as well, right? That's like the worst word to say. I hate saying bearish, but like, you know, it is bearish, especially on my wife, right? My wife is, I gotta be careful what I say on here, man. I gotta be careful what I say on here, man. I really want to say dirty jokes sometimes, but I can't. But my wife is really looking like she wants to break down from this rising wedge to the downside. Now, if we did break down, I think we have some support here at about 20,050, or sorry, 2,050 to about 2,000, right, in this general range. A lot of support and resistance in this general area for Ethereum. So we'll see what happens there. We're getting rejected at this important resistance here. We're having a tough time breaking it. A lot of support and resistance in this area too. really a lot of previous support now flipping into new resistance, which is not great. You usually don't want to see that. But if we can get back above this red box, I think that's super bullish. And I think if we did break above this red box, I think it's likely that a move, just based on looking at the charts here, I think a move up to about 2,644 would make a lot of sense in that scenario, which would break us up from that rising wedge inherently, right? What's up, Rich? Synthetics still rolling. Key levels going forward. Your thoughts? We'll check out synthetics for sure, man.
Synthetics still rolling. Key levels going forward. Your thoughts?
Man. We got kids here, bro. Don't you say it. Yeah, I gotta be careful what I say now, unfortunately, because some of these new rules over here are not great, right? They're cracking down over here. So I gotta be careful what I say. But yeah, I mean that's really Ethereum, guys. We'll go over more on tonight's stream. Necessarily. Ethereum, Bitcoin still looks great. We're talking about this possible bull flag here on the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, which could annihilate Ethereum against Bitcoin, right? That we have a measure move all the way up here to 12.5 on this bull flag. If this was to play out, now it is a ratio, so keep that in mind, but which matches up perfectly with this high here. Obviously, we're seeing DeFi really kill it right now. We'll look at some of the DeFi coins, but DeFi is really killing it, really killing it, which is great. So Ethereum looking good. Probably at this point, I probably expect a retest at the top of this kind of trend line coming down. Even though when we have two touches on it, I think a move up to about here would make the most sense, right? So probably expect a little bit more gain on Ethereum against Bitcoin, probably about 6%, assuming Bitcoin doesn't take a major dump, because if Bitcoin dumps, we know the altcoins will inherently dump harder. What are you guys talking about? You guys talking about, I don't know, see, I can't say, dude, it's crazy. I think your wife needs a little oomph action. Maybe. Yeah, but DeFi projects are killing her now. It's insane. We'll go over those in a second, but quick update on Cardano. Very similar to Ethereum in a sense, where you're kind of just in this rising wedge, which is typically bearish, right? But we've seen a lot of these break to the upside. So, I mean, we got to take some of the shorter term time frames with a grain of salt and remember that a lot of these altcoins are going to follow Bitcoin to an absolute T at the end of the day. So even though this is bearish, right, it's showing that you got some buyer exhaustion. You're kind of losing momentum to the upside. Usually these break down to the downside, but you got to remember, if Bitcoin breaks up here for whatever reason, it's not looking like it right now, but as we know, the sentiment in Bitcoin can change, right? I know we had Elon Musk tweet last night, which actually didn't really affect the price that much. And we got an initial little pump, but I think this was afterwards. But we had a little Bart Simpson pattern here, from Bitcoin there. But yeah, I mean, that didn't really affect the price that much. But yeah, we're still just in the rising wedge. Watch really for Cardano. If we bring our moving averages here, you can see we're getting a huge rejection off our, I think this is our 20-day, 200-day. Or no, our 204-hour EMA. So I think we talked about this before. This 204-hour moving average, simple moving average, rejection there. So this seems like a kind of a pain point for Cardano here in the short term, is getting above that 204-hour EMA. So, or moving average. I'm going to keep saying EMA because I'm so used to using the damn EMAs. But that's kind of what I'm looking at for Cardano. If we can get back above that, I think that would be good, but it's kind of being the pain in the butt at the moment. We switch to the daily. Nothing really here on the daily. I mean, we're not really testing any moving averages right now. We're kind of right in between the, it looks like the 20 and the 50 at the moment. Stock RSI on the daily looks like it topped out on Cardano, so keep that in mind. But like I've said in the past, we can stay topped out for days on the stock RSI. And there's really nothing there on the regular RSI either. So we're waiting for a breakout of this rising wedge. Now, like I said, the typical breakdown target is the bottom of the wedge at 114. So if Bitcoin does break and Cardano breaks too, probably look for a move down to 114 most likely, where we have a lot of resistance looking left at this area. So that's the area I'm looking at for Cardano if we do break down. But if we break up, we got to break this 204-hour moving average, pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord, link should be in the description. Link should work. If it doesn't, let me know. But I think Algo just posted the link to the Discord. If you guys want to go join it over there, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. We got oh, one thing I did want to talk about is I did see something extremely bullish on Qcoin. Right, Qcoin's been killing it. Then they come out with a new swap, Q swap or something like that, which is pretty bullish for Qcoin. So that's looking good. But we're seeing, like, look at these DeFi projects. Like, look at Synthetics, look at Aave, look at Compound. Like, we're seeing these things really taking off. Yearn Finance, like, pretty insane. Like, DeFi is killing it. We saw it last summer with DeFi. So we're going to see DeFi Summer 2.0. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping here. That would be pretty cool. And as we know, like, the DeFi Summer is what really kicked off the previous really bullish action last year, right? I know Bitcoin was kind of struggling during the summer last year. Not really struggling, but kind of just going sideways. Where's my daily chart? Actually, I'll look at it on the 4-hour. If we go down here in really like July, really like June to October. I mean, pretty much in general, we were pretty much going sideways. We were stuck in a range from about 9,000 to about 11,000 for almost May, June, July, August, September, October. We're talking 6 months of pretty much in a $2,000 range here. So we were really struggling. DeFi was going off, and then obviously Bitcoin started to take off afterwards. So will we see something like that again? That would be pretty freaking cool. That would be pretty cool. But we'll go over more of that later. I have a bunch of stuff planned for tonight's stream. So it should be a good one, especially with Bitcoin being probably kind of boring within the next 24 hours. I'm not really expecting a move here today. Probably we'll see a move tomorrow for Bitcoin. That's my personal opinion. I think we'll see a big move tomorrow. Just based off how some of these charts are kind of lining up here as far as breakouts go and things of that nature. But we're going to talk about, how like the last big DeFi move kind of affected Bitcoin and things of that nature. So should be fun. But yeah, we'll go over a bunch of these later, guys. I want to keep like I said, I want to keep these morning ones a little bit shorter. They'll still stay on for a little bit here, but we'll go over, Synthetics, Qcoin, Aave, all these fun coins here. We'll go over some of these super chats here, and yeah. How many peach folio should he buy? I guess we'll look. Quick thing on Chainlink. I had the Chainlink chart up here, so might as well look at it, right? Chainlink's still oscillating. Looks like we got rejected perfectly again from this top here that we were looking at yesterday. Not sure why this got moved. There we go. So now we have 3 touches on the top side. So this kind of symmetrical triangle for Chainlink is playing out pretty perfectly too, and it matches up pretty well with Bitcoin. Like, look at this rising channel, symmetrical triangle, same exact thing for Chainlink. So like a lot of these coins are playing out pretty damn similar. Chainlink's having a tough time getting back above 20 bucks. It's gone up there like 3 times now and just gotten rejected. Actually 4 times. You're going up to about 20 bucks there, and there. So you're having a tough time breaking 20 bucks, which we know is the kind of the swing level for Chainlink. If you zoom out, that was kind of your previous highs from back here, previous support, right about this 20 buck level. So we got to break that 20 buck level, man. And we'll see. Now, if we go to like the hourly on Chainlink, look at this little cup and handle that we could be forming on Chainlink. And I saw this earlier today. Now, this is obviously going to depend on if Bitcoin breaks out, which I was looking at this morning, and unfortunately we got rejected there. But this could have been a beautiful setup if Bitcoin didn't dump this morning, right? This could have been a beautiful setup as far as a cup and handle goes on the hourly. But unfortunately, Bitcoin decided to, be a little weird this morning. So, but it still could play out at the end of the day, right? Still could play out. 790. We got 800 people in here. Look at that. Starting to pick up a little bit. Look at that, man. It's a little laggy. Um, man, guys, uh, can somebody do me a favor? Just like, I know this is kind of random, but can someone search me on YouTube? Okay, someone search me on YouTube on a different tab and tell me if you can type in like Bitcoin live or even just Bitcoin and see if I'm in the search results. That would and let me know. I'm just curious. I'm trying to change up some different stuff here because there's no reason why I shouldn't be in more of the search results, man. There's no reason, but that would be helpful. You guys let me know if you see me in there because I can do it, but I show up, but then other people don't tell me that I don't show up in their stuff. But anyways, what's up, Marshall? Good morning, Jordan. Thank you for the TA. Appreciate it, Marshall. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. It's there. Interesting. I don't, dude. Maybe I'm only showing up to subscribers or something. I don't know. Something's going on. You're 5th on the list right now. You have less viewers because people are getting bored of crypto. Yeah, it's a little bit to do with that, but like I said, I've been looking at my analytics lately. Top of the YouTube chart, number 5. Second result. They will get different results. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're already subbed, you usually get different results if you're already subscribed. So it's tough. I think right now with crypto, if you're not subscribed to certain channels, you're going to get pushed down the results. Something's going on. Where's Jazz? I need Jazz to do some investigation for me. Anyways, let's go over some of these super chats here, and then we will kick on into it. Expert crypto student said, bear flag on the daily, dropping volume on daily, red dot on market cipher on daily, short to 32,000. Look at what I'm saying on the chart, please. Bear flag on daily. I'm not seeing a bear flag on the daily, man. So a bear flag, usually you want to see it, you would drop, you would have some type of upwards channel, right? And then the price inherently would drop from there, right? So you would come back down, you would oscillate, and then you would dump again to the downside, right? So I'm not really seeing that. I think maybe what you're talking about is you're coming back to downside, you're kind of creating a downwards channel and you expect it to drop, right? Usually on a bear flag, you'd want to see it upwards, but I guess when I'm looking at this, I sort of see the sentiment of that, but I don't know. Maybe you're just talking about the same 4-hour channel that we're in right here, where you're kind of just in this upwards channel, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, kind of in this upwards channel in the 4 hours. So I can see the sentiment. We've talked about that before, how this could inherently lead to lower prices, where this symmetrical triangle is playing out perfectly at the same time that we could break to the downside, right? And maybe retest some of the lows. Obviously, I don't think we go at that low. Like I said, it's possible, but we'll have to wait and see. That's the journey here, guys. That is the journey of crypto. We don't know necessarily what's going to happen here. Lewis said, I'm new to this channel, and that's how I found you. We're top 3 for me. Search in a new private tab. I can't even find it. Yeah. That's interesting. Appreciate the help with that, guys. Appreciate the help. I meant to ask the other day on that, but thank you for the help. I know that was kind of random, but I'm trying to find some new stuff to get. I mean, if you guys are saying I'm 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th on the Bitcoin list, I mean, that's pretty damn good. But yeah, I don't know. Rich said synthetics still rolling in. Key levels going forward. Your thoughts? Synthetics. I mean, synthetics has been killing it, man. Synthetics has been absolutely killing it. It's another one of those. I mean, I was looking at this the other day. It's really, It's really DeFi summer, man. I mean, you look at all the top coins. You guys just read this. I mean, the DeFi coins, man. Synthetics. It's just all of them. Aave, right? Lending, right? Compound, interest. Just all of them. All of them. Yearn Finance is a big one. I think Maker, right? I mean, it's all those kind of projects there are really going off. It's exciting to see because, like I said, that's what really catapulted us in the beginning last time. But synthetics on the chart, man. I mean, look at this thing. Someone's mowing their lawn right now, guys. I apologize if it's in the background. I can't control people mowing the damn. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. That's me in like, actually, I'm already getting old. That's me in like 10 years. I'm like going to be like 37. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. You Shiba Inus. You Shibas. But anyways, yeah, synthetics is looking great, man. I mean, you take your top to your bottom. We were talking about that 0.236 fib the other day. You snapped right through that level. And, you know, just looking at this, I think you have some resistance.
I have it drawn different. Check your Discord message.
Check your Discord message. I'll check it. But yeah, I think the next big resistance, just looking at basic support and resistance on the daily, I think is about 1346. A lot of resistance and support in that general range. So that's what level I'm kind of looking at. But yeah, synthetics is killing it. The daily RSI is going nuts. So, I mean, you still have room to run on the daily. 4 hour is... Where are we here? 4 hour, you're at a 79. So you still have some room to run up if you really want to get really cooking here. You still have some room, which is insane. So you're looking good there if you really want to. You're getting overbought slightly, but it's fine. Hourly, you're starting to show some bearish divergence, so keep that in mind. Hourly, you are getting higher highs and lower highs on the RSI. So you do have bearish divergence on the necessarily the hourly, but you can see that the 20 EMA on the hourly is being pretty well respected as far as, you know, support going up. So I think you're good. I think you're good. Now you could be forming, like I said, you have bearish divergence, and you also could be forming some type of rising wedge. So a pullback at some point, I know I said this yesterday, at some point is going to come, though. This could be so bullish that it just says
nope,
and just continues back up to the upside. So, but you know, in the shorter time frames, probably some type of pullback is coming eventually. When? I don't know. It's crypto, right? I mean, you could blast right through those bearish stuff. So, yeah, Aave's going off too, man. Aave's going off. Get out of my room. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. It's too funny, dude. Everything dumps after a 50% pump. Be careful. Yes, be careful. RSIs are getting a little bit overbought there. So if you're looking to FOMO into some of these coins, right? Like we always say,
I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom, guys.
Just be wary on not FOMOing, and you want to buy these projects when they're low. But like I said, DeFi is going off. So like, though the hourly, the 4 hour, the daily RSIs on a lot of these coins are going to be overbought, the crypto can be so bullish where it doesn't even matter. So keep that with a grain of salt too. Why SNX is so bullish right now? It's the DeFi projects, man. We've been talking about it. It's all the DeFi projects. Every single one of them is the top coins. Now there's some other ones mixed in there, right? I mean, Sushi Swap is in there. You know, Decentraland. There's some non ones in there, but in general, I mean, it's mostly the big gainers are DeFi. DeFi never gives you time to buy at low prices. Not really, Iron Scooby. Forget hodling. I'm going to short the support. Sound bites are killing me at work. Hold on. Evil said, so how many peach folio should I be buying? I'm not sure if I understand your question, man. Like I said, I'm not very hip to this lingo.
Can you check out Carrie?
It's a friggin' meme coin. Peach folio is a meme coin, guys. Ranked number 3,700. So, guys, anything that's ranked 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, I'm not gonna look at it. There's no point in looking at those charts. Those coins are gonna pump and dump whenever they want to, right? There's no point in looking at those. I have it drawn different. Check your Discord message. All right, well, in a second. Tristan said, can you check out Carry Protocol? Sure. We can do that. Carry Protocol. Let me just make sure I have the right one here, because Carry is Cree. Okay, perfect. Cree. Let's go to the daily on this thing. Yeah, I mean, this thing's doing well, too. Doing extremely well. Let's see. You didn't quite have bullish divergence on this guy, but I mean, you were oversold, so it was likely you were going to get a pump. So it's looking good. We're just going to look at your fibs here. Yeah, I mean, that lines up probably with what I see as your next big resistance here. Is this 0.236? You can see you have some highs and some support at that area. So that general range, it's not a perfect line, but that general range around like 1.3 cents. Guys, when I draw these lines, it's more like a range, right? It's just easier to draw the lines. But this general range will probably be your general resistance coming up. About a previous support resistance in that general area. So that's the next level. That's the next level. You got room to run on the daily. 4 hour... You got some room to run here. You did have bearish divergence that already did kind of play out, so I think you're fine there. You're still above your 4 hour EMA, which has been pretty damn accurate as far as support goes. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. As long as you stay above that, I think you're pretty good. And as we get into some of maybe the shorter term time frames, yeah, this is looking like some type of consolidation pattern here that looks like it's probably going to break relatively soon. Depending on how you want to draw it, right? I mean, you could draw this a bunch of different ways, but something like this, it looks like this is probably going to break pretty soon. You're kind of getting squeezed here between support and resistance, so we'll see what happens. Probably has a tendency to break to the upside as we're coming from the downside. These have a higher chance of breaking to the upside, so we'll see. We'll see what happens for carry, but obviously looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Yeah, no bearish divergence there either. No bearish divergence, unfortunately. Is Shiba useful now? Shiba? Maybe one day it will. Maybe one day it will. Can someone on... Thank you, Algo. Thank you, Algo. Algo just posted the Discord link in the chat there, so if you want to join there. I have the Discord link set to expire every like 2 or 3 days just to kind of get rid of some of the spammers that go in there. So thank you, Algo, for posting that. Thank you, Jazz, for posting that. You guys are on the game today. You guys are on the absolute game. Complain when neighbors mow the lawn and when they don't. Mow your lawn. Your grass is so freaking high. It looks so ugly. It's making my property look bad. Stop mowing. I'm trying to stream. You can't win, right? You can't win. ETH. I'm not yelling at you, ETH. Calm down. Calm down, Ethereum. All right? Calm down. I'm talking about Bitcoin right now. You'll get attention, right? Jeez, Ethereum always wants my damn attention. How's she doing? Still getting resistance here. Still getting resistance. Choking on the Speedway coffee, guys. Oh, man. Choking on the damn Speedway coffee. You guys, the worst thing to choke on is water. Especially right now, because if you're in public, and every time you cough, people think like, this guy is sick, right? Every time you're in your I always choke on water too because I drink so much water that my tendency to choke on water is pretty damn high, right? But geez, man. What's up, Sarita? Nice stream today. Thank you, Sarita. I will be back later on, as you guys know. Breathe in the speedway. ICP, no way. What's ICP doing up today? ICP, it's still chilling at 19, so it's still chilling right now. I think ICP, kind of found its relative bottom. As long as Bitcoin doesn't drop extremely low, I think ICP will be fine. I think it's dropped so much. I don't know if it can drop anymore. And that's obviously assuming that Bitcoin doesn't drop anymore, right? That's what we're kind of assuming here. Let's look at some. I'm always curious, dude. Come on, man. Guys, like, I understand it takes a very low volume to pump some of these coins, but you got Kitten token #1. That's insane. I understand it doesn't take a lot of volume to pump some of these, but man. I saw this one on Twitter today. Someone was pumping this on my freaking replies. Floki Shiba. Up to 85%. That's insane. Safe meme? Serves you right. Safe meme down 60%. What a name, Safe meme. I think that's the best meme coin I've ever seen as far as name goes. Safe meme. Cricket meme coming. There you go. Maybe someday we'll start seeing the top gainers, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Cardano, Chainlink. We'll start seeing some of those as the biggest gainers. All right, looks like Bitcoin is dipping at the moment. We've had a couple wicks down in this area, so nothing to really panic about right now, but we are trying to retest some of the bottom of this range here as we speak right now. So keep that in mind, everyone. We're still in this general upwards trend here, so we're fine. Like I said, probably a retest at the bottom probably would make some sense here. Maybe a quick wick down to, we just retested the top of this triangle, so I think a likely of a wick back down here would make some sense. Hopefully getting a bounce at the bottom there and bouncing back up, but I think that's probably what we'll see over the course of mostly today. Probably a retest of somewhere around 33,400 maybe on a wick, and then closing back up in our green channel. Hopefully, we don't want to break below our green channel. We know if we did, it would probably be something like this, where we close down here, retest, bounce, come up here, get rejected from the bottom of our green channel, and then break down from our symmetrical triangle. That's what we don't want to do, right? But as long as we wick and close above that green channel, I think we'll be pretty good to generally go here. Let's hear the nope in crickets. Third proverb. Yes. That's what we have to do. Is there a head and shoulders on the 15-minute? Yeah, I was looking at that before. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but unfortunately, yeah, there is a little bit of a head and shoulders on the 15-minute. You got the left shoulder and the head and the right shoulder. So if you do break this neckline, which I think is about 33,700, you break that neckline, that would give you an approximate breakout target. If we look at someone like this and extrapolate that at our breakdown target, could you give you a target right at our green box there? So 32,700. So that would make a lot of sense if we were to do that. And I think in the macro view, that would be fine. It'll be fine. You can see basically, if you zoom out here, look at since really June 27th. We've pretty much been going in between, 32,000 and about 36,000, right? We started down here and up, down, up, down. You could argue that maybe have some type of M pattern going on, but yeah, I mean, I think we're just waiting for this kind of symmetrical triangle, man. I think this is kind of what we're waiting for here. But the 15-minute chart could be the chart that pushes us down there. So we'll see. We'll see, man. Looks like a Bart Simpson instead of a Head and Shoulders to me. The Bart Simpson. This is the Bart Simpson pattern right here. I love the Bart Simpson pattern. There he is. Look at the Bart. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. He's got some pretty big shoulders. This guy's been working out, man. He's got some big delts. Big delts. But, yeah. That's kind of the pattern that we have going on. I mean, you can see that the Bart Simpson patterns have been crazy lately. We had one right here. We had an upside down Bart Simpson. Or an inverse Bart Simpson. You can even call this one, too. I mean, this one's kind of small, but, man, the Bart Simpson patterns have been popping up. Popping up out of nowhere. Shiba Swap just went live. Shiba Swap.
Come get some safe moon hat.
Come get some Shiba hit. Come get some Shiba hit. It's too funny, man. Shiba Swap. Should I make a video, guys? Should I make a video? A static video today and be like, Shiba Swap is live. Shiba to $100 by October. Some of these titles that I see are absolutely insane. So I'll search like a coin just to read something about it, and the top video will be like, Shiba Inu just launched Shiba Swap, $10. You know, by October. It's insane. Every single one.
Are you going to look at the chart I sent you on Discord?
Expert crypto. Yeah, man. Just remember, guys, I am streaming, so keep that in mind here. Expert crypto. Let's see. I'll bring this up here. The chart that you've seen on Discord. Yeah, it looks like the exact same I have, man. Looks like the exact same one. It's just mine's on the 4 hour, yours is on the daily. So yeah, it's the same exact thing. Same exact thing. You have it from, yeah. Same thing, dude. It's this same exact one here. It's just, I have mine on the daily. So yours is like this. Oh, it doesn't really show up with the box, but it's the same thing. You just admitted to searching for Shiba. I use it as an example, man. Yeah, Jazz, you want to start doing thumbnails for me? Jazz, start doing some thumbnails for me. And all you need to do is go like this. Right? And my viewership will double. Okay? Or anyone. But that's true. You get any girls to start taking some thumbnails for you. Boost up your views. That's very true. Expert crypto. Just put a blonde chick with her mouth open like that in the thumbnail. There's definitely going to be Shiba and us on your lawn, and then yours not going to happen. So now you're an expert too. I am, dude, if you guys know my channel, you guys have been watching my channel, I am far from an expert. Okay, no one's an expert. And if you claim to be an expert, you're not an expert. There's even someone with a damn name as expert, right? Not gonna name names. There's a streamer expert. Okay, anyone who claims that they're an expert, you're not really an expert. I mean, technical analysis is all based on kind of based on your own methodology, right? What you can use, it might not work for other people. What other people use, it might not work for you, right? So no one's an expert, right? You just got to use what works best for you. And like, I'm someone who just enjoys looking at the charts. I'll never claim to be an expert. I'll always admit that I'm always wrong, right? I'm always wrong. Everyone's always wrong. Even people that think that certain people are always right, like Crypto Face, he's always wrong all the time too. He just shows his big wins, right? So Just keep that in mind, right? No one's always right, and I'm wrong all the time. I just enjoy looking at the charts, man. That's it. Hold on one sec. All right. So Bitcoin is breaking down as we speak right now from this rising channel. So yesterday, is that the famous Boston accent you've been talking about? Yesterday. I don't have a Boston accent, man. Do I have a Boston accent? Do I have a damn Boston accent? I don't think I do. I only do really when I say shorts. The Bitcoin shorts. That's the only time I think I have a Boston accent. Other than that, I just don't think I do. I think you guys are making it up. There's only one word. There's only one word, man. Jordan, when do you come up with your own coin? The car keys. Lolo, car keys. My own coin. Not a lot of people have their own coin. I'm not going to make my own coin, right? I'm not going to make my own coin. There's a certain reason I don't make my own coin. All right, say if I make my own coin, for whatever reason it pumps, and then it dumps. Everyone's going to say that I rug pulled my own coin and all that stuff. So it's not worth the headache. It's not worth the headache. Anyone that it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. The cam coin. Kind of mix of country and Boston, I guess. No, I don't have a country accent at all. I want a country accent. I've actually been trying to make myself have a country accent, and it's just not really working out for me very well. It's really not. Expert means finish, and spurt is a... I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. All right, guys. I'm probably going to call it a stream here. Just because... Hey, did I do... No, I did. I'm going to call it a stream here just because I don't want to make these morning ones too long. I'll obviously be live from tonight between approximately... No, not approximately. Exactly 7:01, because I'm always 1 minute late. 7:01 to... the NBA Finals game is on today, so I'll probably be live from 7:01 to approximately 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very exact today, very exact. But I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you guys enjoy your Tuesday, right? Enjoy your Tuesday. Don't be staring at the charts today, even if Bitcoin dumps, right? Take the day, take off the charts. Obviously, come watch the stream afterwards, as always. But take the day, right? Don't look at your phone. Don't look at the stream for 8 hours. It really does make a difference. And I'll catch you guys later. All right. So, hold on. Someone, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, hit that like before you go.
It has its uses, but it is 100 speculative. Nobody is an expert. It's all guessing. Air Jordan, you do a great job, bud.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, it is all. At the end of the day, it's educated. It's an educated guess, right? You're looking at previous price action to guess the future. It's not perfect, but yes, you are exactly right. But thank you, Michael. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you guys enjoy your day. Seriously, enjoy your day. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, which is later. Peace.